Hello! This video requires a intro, and the reason for that is after this little clip, for about 8 to 10 minutes, you're going to see a Holly that is very sad, very down, very worried about her daughter being sick. So this video is all about our experience with my daughter having hand, foot and mouth disease. She basically started showing symptoms, and by symptoms I mean she was more fussy and had a bit of a temperature when we were in Malta. And then the day after we got back, that's when the spots all flared up. But I don't want to go into too much detail. I just wanted to do a bit of a disclaimer that the first 8 to 10 minutes of this video is the rawest I've ever been whilst videoing, and I think it's important to kind of explain myself a little bit. So when I was younger, a lot of the times I would write my feelings down, write my experiences down, and then a form of therapy for me was reading it back out loud and kind of taking in, that's when I would kind of take in how I'm actually feeling. And I would then often cry like when reading it and being like, wow, like this is how I'm feeling. And I guess since vlogging our journey of parenthood, I guess picking up the camera has become like that form of therapy for me. And in terms of just being able to blurt out how I'm feeling or sharing my experiences and then playing them back and kind of taking it in and processing it after it happens. And now when I look at these videos of, and I mean today is Thursday, and that video was the first clip of this vlog was taken on Sunday, and I'm just like, that feels like a year ago. But yeah, anyway, so little disclaimer, yeah, the first 8 to 10 minutes is very raw. Please subscribe, like this video, comment, but yeah, if you can subscribe, I mean, it just makes me feel a little bit validated in the sense that obviously I'm helping, being able to reach more people more consistently, because you obviously receive notifications when I upload. But yeah, feel free to comment, and if you've kind of gone through something similar, or the first kind of experience that you had of sickness or illness with your little one, yeah, that's a milestone that you don't often like think about. I don't want to say, I guess, milestone, but yeah, it's all a part of parenthood, the highs, the lows, the pretty, the not so pretty. But Isla is on the mend, and yeah, things are looking up now, so I felt like it was time to do the intro. But yeah, please, I guess, enjoy the moment of rawness, and throughout there's other clips of me speaking as well, and I kind of, once I gather my emotions, speak about it a little bit more as well. So yeah, please enjoy this video, show your support by subscribing to my channel, liking the video, and feel free to comment. Alright, bye! This is just like a reality check. We came back from Malta. I don't even know what day it is. It's Sunday, I think. We came back on Thursday morning. I think I said in my last vlog that Isla wasn't really herself like day 3 and 4 of our trip. We come back, and on the Friday, so the day after we got back, she woke up, did a nappy, she was fine, and then went to get her dressed like maybe 2 hours later, and I looked into a nappy and wanted to like change it, and she just had spots everywhere. Then I took her out of a onesie, and I saw she had spots on so she had spots on her bum, some spots on her thighs, and when I took her sleep suit off, like she had spots, like worse spots on her feet, and then some like on her chin. Sorry, I'm so tired. And then some on her hands. Just one second. I just feel so guilty because I know there's nothing more I could have done when we were on holidays, but I could tell she obviously wasn't herself for like 2 days. But I thought she had constipation because she'd had like a bit of different like kind of food and was eating more solid food. I think she's now gone to sleep. Oh no, she's rolling around. So yeah, we called the doctors on Friday as soon as we like saw the spots, as we originally thought it was chicken pox because it was kind of like scattered. It wasn't just like on her mouth or just on her hands and just on her feet. And they actually saw her because I was like, well, are you allowed to see her? Because obviously there's people in the surgery, it'd be really contagious. And then they just said, oh, when you come, like, leave either outside in the car. And I was like, well, we'll walk. So my partner came with me because he had the day off. And yeah, then there was no one in the waiting room, so they just took us through that entrance rather than a different entrance. And she looked over Isla and she believes it's hand, foot and mouth disease, so it's like a viral infection. So she's on Cowpole. Like she's gotten more spots, but now they're like blistering and they just look so sore. And she's not sleeping as good, and I just feel really guilty. Like I know there's not anything more I could have done when we were away. But I knew she wasn't like her bright self. But they do say that like they become a bit more fussy like 2 days before the spots show. So it's like normal, and then once the spots showed, she was more like herself. But then today she's just like, so yesterday she was more like bright and bubbly and stuff, and then today I just think she's more sore. And the doctor said like she'll get really itchy and she'll be irritable. But I was kind of hoping like, because yesterday she was so good, like more like herself, that we kind of like would just keep up with the Cowpole and she'd be fine. But she's just like not happy unless Miss Rachel's on, and I think she's now gone to sleep, I think. But like her cry is like an uncomfortable cry. I just feel really bad. Like if you could just take it away from them, you know. And I know it's like such a common thing, but I just yeah. Oh. Anyway, just wanted to share. Like this is the part of parenthood like that sucks, I guess. Like just wanting to take away their pain. And like her fingers, honestly, one of her fingers looks like deformed a bit. Like the blister and the bump that she has is so big, like her finger doesn't look normal. Oh my god. She's awake. She's probably looking at her hand thinking, why does it look so weird? And this is my last, like this coming week's my last week on mat leave. And I don't know how long it's going to take for either to, one, get better, two, not be like contagious. She's meant to have her settling in sessions at nursery, so like if she doesn't have those, then I'll feel really bad like in 2 weeks time when she's gonna be there 3 full days in a row. So I'm just like getting upset and thinking about like that. And I think I don't want her to think that I'm a bad, which I know is so silly. It'll become her norm, but I don't want her to think that I'm abandoning her. And I think that's maybe like just, yeah, I just never want her to feel like that. Oh, God. Anyway, I think that obviously I'm tired, but just her cries, like she's clearly uncomfortable. And there's not much I can do, like I can't do anything else. And just the thought, like, I don't know, if she doesn't have these two, like, she might be better, she might not be. We're also meant to go to the hospital because she's meant to have an update on, like, something done on her to check her kidneys again, like a different procedure. But then it's like, she might be better, like, the day before, or, like, technically not contagious, potentially, I don't know. Like, I don't know how long. I think they said it can last 5 to 7 days. Like, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, because they're not getting better and she's got loads of dots. And I mean, the doctor said, oh, it's quite common, so she could go to nursery if she doesn't have a temperature, but it depends on like your nursery's policies. And I wouldn't want her to go to her settling in days for the first like experience of being there properly and not being well. You know, I don't think that's fair either. But then is it fair for her to just go in that environment 3 days in a row, like when she is better? Like, I don't know. Like the following week. Yeah, parenting. Like, one day you're in Malta having a great time, sipping cocktails, and having a nice dinner with your family out by the sea, and then a few days later you're crying and look like a mess because you're just like completely worried about your little one. Oh god, I just love her so much. Like, there's just nothing that's more important than her. Like, even me, like, I guess that's motherhood or parenthood, right? Like, I've not felt like myself for a while. Like, just, you know. And, like, I know I'm going to have a big change soon, go back to work. And I'm just going to miss Isla. Like, my heart is going to hurt how much you're going to miss her. But I know it's normal. Oh my gosh. Okay. And, like, it's so sunny. So sunny outside. So maybe once when she eventually goes to sleep, I might try and go outside. Right, I'm gonna go and try and put a dummy in again and soothe her and try and get her to have a sleep. But yeah, hand, foot, mouth, bloody infection, disease, whatever it's called. Not fun and looks so uncomfortable. And adults can get it apparently, but my doctor said it's rare. But I've read online that, you know, so I'm hoping I don't get it. Oh, and Barney's having a great time. Alright, I'm gonna go sort Isla out. Bye! Oh. So, just thought I'd quickly show what it looks like. Blistery. She can't keep her hands. See all my dog hair on the floor. But like, yeah, even on her legs. We've kept socks on her. I mean, it's worse on her feet, but I won't show you that. But she's not sleeping, so I'll probably put Miss Rachel on again. Because Miss Rachel is the only one that can keep you happy at the moment. Mummy's trying, but... Oh, okay. Hello. Mwah. Mwah. Mummy's going to have to clean all these toys that you're using at the moment. Oh, is the camera going to make you happy? Oh, it's a lovely little smile. We'll take that, won't we? Okay, Miss Fussy Pots. Oh god. Miss Fussy Pots. Strawberry. Barney's in the sunshine. Eating the strawberry like a good girl. I love you. Leave. Leave. Look. Okay. Alrighty, an update. It is 4:20 and Will and I and Isla have just been driving around for about 40 minutes to try and get Isla to sleep. She fell asleep before we even like ended on our street, so yeah, before we drove down our street, like, so that's how tired she was. But I tried like 5 times getting her to sleep in a cot. It's never been an issue before. She's always been able to self-soothe, never cried, but she was literally crying once I was at the bottom of the stairs, like, because she knew that I was going to then go take her up to her bed. So I've got no idea what that's all about. So I've got no idea what tonight's going to be like, trying to get her to sleep. But yeah, she's there for 40 minutes. Then we got home and we were just in the driveway for probably 5 minutes with the car still turned on. Then she woke up, and Will has continued driving around while I'm here. So I just said, like, I drove for 20 minutes, and then we swapped because I just said, like, I didn't feel safe driving, to be honest, because I'm just absolutely knackered, as you can tell. Yes, Barney just had his dinner, so he's happy. You're happy, you just had your dinner. We managed to call 111 because Isla's rash has gotten worse, or the spots, whatever you want to call them. So there's loads more up her arms and loads more up her legs, so it's progressed. It's not gotten any better, and the doctor said that if it gets worse, then to call them, and she's not a happy self at all. So I just had to answer loads of questions, and they said, oh, obviously some of them might not seem like they're related, but like we just need to know them, the answers to them, just to get a bigger scope. So yeah, we're going to a walk-in at 6:40 was the earliest, which is just insane because that's obviously when Isla would usually be going to bed, so that will be interesting. But I mean, her sleep's all out of whack at the moment anyway. And yeah, the house is just a tip. I'm an emotional wreck. I always wondered if, like, Isla would see me cry as a mum, like, you know, getting older and have memories once she's an adult of me being upset or whatever. And it's safe to say that Isla will definitely, don't mind my hair, Isla will definitely, like, experience me crying, because the amount of tears I've cried today for her and just wanting to take the pain away and just feeling helpless and stuff, like, yeah, she's definitely going to see her mama cry from time to time, and that's okay. I think that's, like, healthy as well. But yeah, I just a combination of loads of things that have just led me to be an emotional wreck, like just feeling like helpless, wanting to take the pain away from her, knowing like the big week that we're kind of going to have, or the big 2 weeks she's kind of got, knowing that I wanted to kind of get that hospital trip sorted, so that's kind of her hopefully hoping that her kidney's better, so that's kind of issues hopefully resolved, or we know more information. But it doesn't look like she's probably going to have that appointment now, so that's kind of going to prolong that process. And I don't know by how many months, so I'm going to have to get more antibiotics, because her antibiotics is nearly all out. So it's just like, I think as a mum and as a parent, you just have so many tabs open, and the way that I'm feeling is all for Isla. Like, take me out of it. Like, yes, I'm tired and stuff, but it's like fine. Yeah, I just want her to be better, and I'm sure in a few days, hopefully, I'll be, like, the end of this vlog will be, Isla's fine and everything's hunky-dory, and it'll all soon be like a distant memory. But yeah, when you're kind of experiencing stuff at the time, and when you're in the trenches, it's just like, seems like everything's so magnified, and you kind of forget what it feels like to feel normal. But yeah, I am going to whiz around, even though maybe I should be having a nap, I don't know. I'll just have a whiz around, because if my house is messy, my mind is also messy. So I'm just going to try and do that. Maybe make myself a coffee, even though I usually only have one coffee a day, and that's in the morning. But a coffee may be needed. Yeah, I'm just a mess, but it's all good. Alright, let's continue this day. Just on a wellness walk with Barney, and Will and Isla are still driving around in the car. So Barney was actually just sitting by the door. I was trying to do things, and I just kept trying to find him, and he was just sat by the door. So it's like he knew. He said, "Mummy, Barney, you say, Mummy, we need to go for a walk." So here we are. Good boy. Hey, we are just at the local park, aren't we? Hey, getting some sunshine, even smiling, very good. So I thought I would just do a quick update on the saga that is hand, foot and mouth disease. We went to the doctors at 6:40 yesterday, so after calling 111 they got us an appointment, because obviously it was on the weekend. And they've confirmed that they agree it's hand, foot and mouth, which is good. And they just basically said hand, foot and mouth can be all over the body, and it's not just a hand, foot and mouth. So obviously we did the right thing, because our doctor previously told us to see someone again if it got worse, and it had. But other than that, she managed to sleep really well last night, so she slept, it was like closer to 9 o'clock, which was crazy, but yeah, 9 till 5. No, she woke up at, was it 4? And then we gave her cow pole, and then she woke up at 5, and gave her some milk, and she sculled the whole bottle, which was fantastic. That's the most she drank in a long time. And yeah, she didn't drink much. She hasn't drank much all day now, since. But I mean, no, that's a lie. Like half an hour ago, she drank like 2/3, which was good. So I was a bit worried, because before that she'd not had much milk, but she'd been eating food. So yeah, I think we're slowly but surely on the mend. She's, a bit perkier. Hey, you a bit perkier. And her spots and are blistered and bubbled up, and some are open now. But yeah, she's a lot perkier, which is a good thing. And she did manage to have a 50-minute nap in her cot, which is an improvement on yesterday when we had to drive around in the car. Just at the park. Hey, are you happy to be out? Hey, just making sure we don't go anywhere near those kids. Hey? You seem a bit sprightly, don't you? Oh, it's lovely. So it is a few days later. I finally put on makeup. I've not worn makeup for over 5 days. It always makes you feel a bit better when you look a little more human. An update. We ended up going to the walk-in appointment that we had arranged. The doctor there agreed that it was hand, foot and mouth, which was good, and basically said that it can kind of be all over the body and not just on your hands, feet and in your mouth. So yeah, so obviously it's a good thing that we went to the doctors again, as it had spread, and we obviously were told by the doctor previously that if it gets worse to get it checked again. They were a bit worried about the amount of liquid that she had been taking. As I said, she'd been having less than 50% of each bottle that we've been offering her. So they told us to kind of watch over that the most, and if she doesn't keep drinking, then we'd have to go to A&E. She drank a bit better the day after, and then this morning she's also had a full bottle, a full breakfast, and she's down sleeping again, which is good. And her nappies are still wet. She's still pooping, so all good signs that everything's fine in that department. So yeah, we shall see how we go. Yesterday she was a bit more like herself again, still not obviously better, but we got a few smiles, and I even managed to get a few giggles out of her, which was good. And today, I think again we're just going to go for some walks potentially, or a walk, just to get out of the house, as yeah, I'm feeling a bit just seeing the same four walls is just a bit annoying. But we had dinner in the garden yesterday, which was nice, in the backyard, so that was really nice, just to kind of do that for the first time this year. But yeah, I think I'm going to end this vlog here. She's obviously still not well, so I'm going to make sure I only post this video once she's feeling a lot better, to know that we're on the mend. But her spots are still not good, on her hands and her feet, but this rash and spots that she had on her bum have cleared up mostly, which is good. So that's the first improvement I've seen in terms of the bumps. So yeah, I'm glad those ones didn't blister, and I'm hoping we kind of at the worst part of that, because yeah, her poor hands and feet just don't look very good. But yeah, that's the end of the vlog, and hopefully I'll probably do an intro to this vlog, and hopefully in that intro I'll be saying that she's all good. I still look tired, but just trying to be positive, even though yeah, I'm in a bit of a funk. We all are as a family, but we'll get through it.